thought I would kick off 2021 by teaching you guys how to make your Twitch profile look professional. Hi guys, I'm Solsey and I help new streamers level up their content. Before we get into this video, just a quick reminder to subscribe. Thank you guys. Navigating your way around the Twitch profile system is super confusing, guys. I sometimes still get confused myself. Today we're going to be updating my bot's profile because it is a little bit basic right now. So let's jump over to my bot's about me section. If we just jump over to the profile, guys, and then click where it says here, edit about and links. Now, while you're in here, guys, just make sure that you are enabling VODs. And if you are worried about DMCA, guys, I do hear this a lot from people. My VODs are not enabled because I am scared of DMCA. Just don't listen to copyrighted music when you stream. If we scroll down, guys, and just start with profile picture. So we can see here my bot already has a profile picture. Now, we talk a lot about profile pictures on Stream Review. Sign up links in the description below, guys, if you would like to be reviewed. The best profile picture that you can choose is a picture of yourself. I feel like I've said this on repeat. I'm like an old record going on and on, but a lot of people aren't taking this on board. The best profile picture is a picture of yourself. And the reason for this is that people are more attracted to faces than they are logos. The one exception to the rule in certain circumstances might be if you've got a really good animated avatar of yourself. But this needs to look a lot like you guys, otherwise it's really weird when I come to the stream and your avatar looks totally different to what you actually look like. If we take a look at some big streamers, so Shroud, pogchamp, Tim the Tapman, they all have pictures of themselves as their profile picture on Twitch. Cause guys, it is so much more personal. A selfie is a totally valid way to go here, guys, but I'm going to show you a way that you can edit your profile picture to fit in with your brand colors. And honestly, guys, the most important thing to think about when you are thinking about your Twitch profile or your stream as a whole is your brand colors, because that's the main thing that people are going to be able to remember about you. All companies do this. If you think Coca-Cola, you think of red. If you think of McDonald's, you think about red and yellow. Facebook, blue. Twitch, purple. You'll see that most companies tend to go for a maximum of about 4 colors. Moving over to Photoshop, guys. Now, you could use a different software for this. You could use a free software like GIMP or Krita. You guys are looking for resources, especially free resources. The best thing to do is to jump into my Discord. There is a link to my Discord in the description below. I have created a whole resource list of lots and lots of free things, as well as some cheap things for streamers that will help you guys to level up your Twitch stream and all of your designs. So feel free to drop in the Discord. So the first thing that we're going to do here, guys, is we are going to take our quick select tool and we're going to just cut myself out. So once you've selected that, if you just go into select and then select and mask, and it will kind of remove the background for us so that you can get an idea of where we have cut and where we need to sort of tweak it. So I'm just going to tweak this section here because my head has been cut off a little bit. And then another tip, guys, if you're cutting out people, is just to add a little bit of a feather. It makes the line a little bit less harsh. First, what we want to do is unlock the background, and then what we want to do is hit Control J, which is going to create fresh layers. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to blur the background. So if we make sure that we've got layer 0 selected, which is the background layer, then we're going to jump into filters and then blur, and we're going to go for a Gaussian blur. Take these 2 layers. You just need to hold Control and then click the layers, and then I'm going to merge the layers back together. We're going to go over to image and then adjustments. Oh, if it'll select, and then we're going to set the image to black and white. And the next thing that we're going to do to get our brand colors in here is we're going to add an effect. So the effect that we're going to add, and it depends on how many colors you guys have, I'm going to add something called a gradient overlay. So the way that we get this to blend in with our face, basically, instead of being just one big block of color, is we need to set the blend mode. So the blend mode that we think looks the best for this image is overlay. Select our crop tool, and then we need to crop this right down so that all you can see in there is my face. Now we have a profile picture with our branding on it. Now what we want to do, guys, is just export out this picture. So if we just export this as a PNG, so if we reopen our Twitch, and then we're just going to update our profile picture. So if we just hit save there, that should update my bot picture. The next thing, guys, that I want to tackle is our profile banner. You can see if we go over to our channel without adding any kind of banner, we just get, I like to call this Twitch graffiti. Now, a banner doesn't need to be really complicated. I'm going to show you guys how to make a banner now. So what I've done here on this other Photoshop file is I've taken a really basic picture of my setup. So let's just go back over to Twitch real quick and just see how big we need this to be. So it needs to be a width of no greater than 1200. If we go into image and then image size, we want to make sure this is still locked because we don't want to skew this. So if we just set this to 1200, you can see now that the image is too tall. So now we're just going to need to manually crop a little bit from the top and the bottom. So I'm going to first of all start by taking off all this wiring that no one wants to see. And then we're going to take off a little bit from the top as well. If we just hit enter, that should apply that crop. I'm just going to apply another blur. This time I'm going to apply a lens blur because I didn't want it as aggressive as the Gaussian blur. I think that's about the right amount of blur. I'm just adjusting the radius here, as you can see. We just hit OK. That should apply that blur. And the next thing that we're going to do, just to make sure that this kind of syncs in with our other stuff and our profile, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a gradient overlay again. And now that should apply exactly the same overlay. Yes, but we want to change the direction of the gradient. So if we change this to, I think it's going to be about -90 degrees, export that to PNG. And then if we go back to Eggplant Butler's page, we can upload a custom image. Success! So moving on to profile settings, here is where you can change your display name. So if you wanted Eggplant Butler to have a capital E, this is where you would change it. Now, bio is the About Me section that appears at the top of your Twitch page. Now, I see a lot of bios as part of Solsey reviews your streams. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see, other than just not completing this section, which is the biggest mistake that you can make, is just writing in your bio, I am a variety streamer that streams a variety of games. That's really great, but there are 8 million other streamers doing exactly the same thing. So having that in as your introduction to your stream really isn't helping you to stand out at all. Also, guys, there is actually a whole section in the Twitch bio already that tells people what games that you play. So if they're really interested in what games you play, they can just drop down and see that straight away. I would only really recommend mentioning the games that you play in this section if you're really all about one game, or if you're all about kind of one genre, so you only play indie games. But your About Me section shouldn't just be a list of games. Like Solsey plays, I don't even know what I play anymore, Cyberpunk. Nearly 200 hours on Cyberpunk. This section really should be an overview of you, and ideally the most interesting things about you need to be in this section. For profile accent color, guys, you're just going to select one of your brand colors, and you can actually insert a hex code here if you want the colors to be exact. And moving on to video player banner. A video player banner is actually your offline image, and the way that it shows on Twitch is really weird, guys. It actually has a play button, so you kind of want to make it pretty clear on this offline image that you are not live. I'm not going to show you guys how to make an offline image today because, for one, I'm not really talented enough, and for two, I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long. But I am going to direct you to a website called Snapper. Now, these guys have a bunch of templates for a bunch of different things, but the one that we're interested in is the Twitch offline banners. Now, these are all completely free, guys. You just need to select whichever offline screen image appeals to you the most. If you click, say, this one, I like it because it's purple, can actually edit all the elements inside of here, as well as uploading custom backgrounds. So this is actually my offline screen, guys, and it is due a massive update. I'm going to be looking into getting some new designs done. The elements that I like from this, and the elements that I would recommend that you use in your offline screen, is the schedule. I think that telling people when you are next live is important, because if they've come to your page, right, they want to see you live. So why not tell them next time you're going to be live? Jumping back over to my bots page, the next thing that I'm going to want to add in, guys, is some social links. Twitch is weird in the way that it shows these social links. You have to add them into reverse order from the order that you want them to show it. So if you want your Steam link at the bottom, add it in first. If you want your YouTube link at the top, add it in last. But definitely make sure that you include these links, guys, even if you have panels for them already in your profile, because that top section is where people are looking for links. I can't express to you how annoying it is when I'm looking for someone's Discord download link and I look and it's not in the link section. Then I go down and it's in the bio. I'm like, what? You put it in the bio. Can't you also put it here so that I can get to it easily? Moving on, guys, to stream schedule. Now, I recommend that everybody uses the stream schedule section. And the reason why I recommend it is because it converts into different people's time zones. To add a stream to this section, guys, you just got to click add stream there. Now, what you can do is you can add a title for your stream. You can even add a category. Then you can add your time. What you can do with these as well, guys, which is really good for informing your audience if you've had to cancel a stream, is you can actually just come back in here and then hit skip next stream. Streamer shelf, guys, is streamers that you recommend. So these streamers will appear in a little list at the bottom of your profile with a little avatar so that people can click to that page. Now, currently, Twitch only lets you recommend your auto host list if you have that set up, your team members if you're on a team, or none. Just to point out, as you are running through and updating these sections, you just need to save them individually. So I'm just gonna run through and do that now. If we click here and then, oh, I can't see, it's behind the camera. Next thing that we want to be looking at is our panels. So if we jump into our About Me section, and then you just hit edit panels here, which is going to let you add panels. So the first kind of panels that we're going to look at today is we're going to look at image and text panels. So to add image and text panel, just click this little plus button here, and then we select add a text or image panel. And then what we want to do is browse to our image. Now, guys, there's a few different places that you can get completely free panels from. If you guys check out this video over here, me and my friend Gormac5 actually worked together to produce 5 different full streamer packages. And these packages include panels for your Twitch channel. So those are the panels that we're going to be using today. If these panels don't really match your style, then you can also use the Nerd or Die free panel maker. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. Now, there is some psychology around where you should place your Twitch panels because of the way that people view web pages. We take a look at this article by cxl.com. We can see that the way that people view web pages is they read from left to right. So the areas where the eye is most drawn is going to be, if we're seeing this as a bunch of panels, it's going to be panel number 1, number 2, number 5, and number 6. Did I count that right? I think I did. So basically what that means is your most important panel should be first, and then your second most important panel should be second, and then directly beneath those 2 panels, your third and fourth most important panels. And what panels you want in position 1, 2, 5, and 6 is totally up to you. But one thing that I would say is that it's a bad idea to start with a tips panel because it kind of feels like you have asked for money without introducing yourself, especially if you haven't filled out your About Me section. Ideally, guys, you want to be putting your About Me panel first. When I actually look through our panels, like, guys, we haven't got an About Me panel, so I probably need to speak to Gormac, see if we can get some About Me panels added in. I'm going to start with the setup panel. That's going to be my very first panel. Then we're going to add in our monetization panels. It's obviously totally up to you what order you want to add things in. So now we're going to move on to our socials. So the next one that we're going to add in is going to be YouTube because that's my most important social media. And then we're just going to add in Twitter, Discord, and finally Instagram because I barely use Instagram. Once you've added these images in, you can give them a title. Panels are supposed to be kind of headers, so you probably wouldn't need to give a panel a title. But one thing that you might want to do, especially for your social and your tips, is add in your link. So for tips, you would add in your stream elements link, or if you're using Streamlabs, your Streamlabs tip link. For your YouTube, you'd add in your link to your YouTube channel. And once you've added all the information in, guys, and if you want to as well, you could add a description, which is going to appear below the panel. You just need to make sure that you hit submit on each one of these before you untoggle edit panels. So you can see now that that's already looking a lot better than it was before. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is extension panels, which blew my tiny freaking mind when I moved to Twitch. Going from Mixer, where the only thing that you could upload was pictures, extension panels were like, I want to run through some of my favorite extension panels and how you can add them to your Twitch profile. So there's a couple of different ways that you can get into extensions. You can do it this way from edit panels, where you just hit the plus again, and then you hit extension panel, and then you head into extension manager. Now all this is doing is taking you into your Twitch creative dashboard. We want to be in the discovery section to start with. The first panel that I want to show you guys is Amazon Black blacksmith. You have to be an Amazon associate in order to sign up for this, but Amazon associate is really easy to get. You literally just sign up and then you just need to create a list. So I actually have the Amazon blacksmith on my page. For me, this is kind of an alternative to my setup section. I like that you can scroll down and it's got lots of different images. And also if people choose to click on these links, I make a tiny little bit of money back from the purchase as well. The next extension that I wanted to show you guys is this countdown widget. Now this is by Stream Elements. The only negative of this widget though, guys, is that you can't customize it with your own personal colors. If your brand doesn't fit around purple, you might want to consider the Stream Labs countdown instead. The reason why I suggest the Stream Elements one though, guys, is it actually has multiple menus. So it starts on the countdown. You can also see my cheerers here as well, and you can see my latest subscribers. The other one I wanted to show you was the Amazon wish list. Now with this one, you just need to create an Amazon account again and then jump over and create a wish list, and then you just put a wish list link in. And again, the reason why I like this is because I can see all the different pictures and people can just get links straight over to my wish list if they wanted to get something from there. The only issue with this one again, guys, is that it's stuck in this purple pink, which is really great for my channel, but probably not great for most people's channels. The next one that I wanted to show you guys is one that I actually don't have on my Twitch. I ran out of space, but this one is really cool if you don't want to make your own panel for subscriptions. So this is called, and I hope I'm saying this right, Zeki's affiliate emote panel. Now this is totally customizable, so you can have this in whatever color you would like to completely match up with your channel and your branding. What this actually does is it shows all of your emotes and your sub badges, and then it also contains a subscription link at the bottom so that people can subscribe to the channel. Great thing about this, guys, is it actually updates as you add in new Twitch emotes and as you add in new badges, so you don't need to go through and constantly be updating a graphic every time you add a new emote into your channel. So once we've gone through discovery and found our panel and hit install, we just need to activate it. So we're going to do this with Zeki's affiliate emote panel. So we just need to set this as panel 1 and then hit done. And then if we head back over to our profile, we can see that is there. Now, if you don't want that as your very first panel on your Twitch profile, what you can do is just go into edit panels again, and then you can just drag this, and you can do that for all panels, guys. So say if you got them in the wrong order, you could just move that one over there, and then you just need to uncheck edit panels, and you can see now that the subscriber emote is last on the list instead of first. Hope that you guys found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, drop me a comment. What extensions do you guys use on your Twitch profile? Let me know. I want to find out if there's any better ones than the ones that I'm already using. We still have spaces in 2021 open for Solsey Reviews Your Streams, which is a live show that I run every single Saturday over on my Twitch channel. If you would like fresh eyes on your content and new ideas, you can sign up on Shot Call. There's going to be links to the available dates down in the description box below. I am making the session shorter, guys, because the show is turning into like 6 hours long. So make sure that you sign up fast to avoid disappointment. If you guys would like to come by my stream and just chat about streaming in general, I am live over on Twitch every single Friday and Saturday. Link in the description box below. If you want to see more from me, you can check out this mystery video recommended by the YouTube algorithm. I'll see you over there. Bye, guys.